Recording. 3 channels started.
3 video channels, a lot of great features, and many awesome ideas packed into just one truly great dashcam. Is it the best car DVR of the year? Maybe. Let's inspect. Hey, welcome everyone, Tech4O channel, I'm Michael, and good image quality and a lot of details are always something we care about when it comes to dashcams, because this is all we actually need to be able to see the details, and most often the car plates. Well, in time we started to ask for more. A rear module, sometimes a cabin camera, microphone, Wi-Fi, even a remote. So far each one of these is supported by the Viofo A139. This happens to be the most advanced dashcam that the company has released and is among the better 3-channel dashcams out there. Trying to prepare you about the price comes steep at close to $270, which is kind of $200 to $300 shy of the more premium brands, and keep in mind that within one unit you have 3 different cameras alongside with a bunch of possible accessories. So eventually, when we calculate the expenses for extra cables, mounts and the convenience of having all of that at one piece, it actually sounds like a reasonable ask. So let's unbox. Viofo have always had okay packages so far, but in the past couple of years they've really started paying attention to even the smallest details, and this also includes the box. So yeah, it is good, everything is well packed and feels of excellent quality. We take out the main units, this is where all the magic happens. Inside is the main image sensor, the Wi-Fi functionality, the control buttons and all the ports, cause this time it's not just 1 or 2 of them, but a few. Micro SD slot, 2 camera ports, one for the cabin and one for the rear unit, a USB Type-C port and also a microphone input. It also offers some really good specs. Chipset Novatec 96687, main sensor is Sony Starvis 335, and the other 2 modules are equipped with the IMX291. Resolution is up to 1440p for the front unit, built-in dual-band Wi-Fi, supercapacitor, GPS mount. There's a CPL filter option, I got it in my package, an optional lock bracket, optional hardwire kit and remote, which underlines the primary Viofo's target with this dashcam to enter the premium enterprise-grade market and get these dashcams within the sight of larger companies that are in the need to equip their vehicles. I didn't get most of these optional accessories though, just the CPL filter. If tech specs are not your thing, let me say all of that in simple words. The most optimal kind of processor and image sensor used, which at this point of time happens to be the best on the market. For a dashcam, asking for 4K is kind of overkill because 4K sensors will only worsen the low light footage. So I'd say that with a few minor exceptions, we have the best that technology can provide for dashcams in 2021. A big advantage is the fact that Viofo uses supercapacitor instead of a battery, which makes the dashcam perfect in case you live in a country with extremely high temperatures, because we know that batteries don't come along well with heat. So obviously the 3 different points of view mean that installation will take a bit longer than usual, but with some good planning and reading, it will be just fine. The main unit should not disturb you while you're driving, so choose a good spot on the windshield and using the adhesive base mount, keep it there. As usual, I use a screen folio so that I can easily remove it in case that's needed. Now, the cabling part will be a bit more challenging. You will need to pay attention to a few factors. First, connecting the power source. If you need just a front unit, we're pretty much done. To connect the other 2 cameras though, we're gonna have to go through similar procedures, which will take a bit more time, finding a good discreet way to bring the cable to the rear side of the car, sticking the cam to the window, and adjusting the angle. Luckily here, these modules allow 360-degree rotation. And we do the same with the unit filming the cabin. Note that these 2 modules are not the same. The cabin camera has infrared sensors for filming in complete darkness. The cables that you need to use are coaxial cables with very good quality and extra thin for easier installation. Quality of each of these components is simply great, and that is well proven by the footage. Out of the box, there's no need for activation or something. You can choose to follow the defaults and shoot as it is, or if you prefer to fine-tune some parameters, let me show you the smartphone app called Viofo, because we do the config mostly from there. You can of course tune partially the dashcam using the buttons, but not everything is configurable, and it's pretty nice that there are a few LEDs informing you about different statuses. So inside the app, choosing the resolution, the bitrate, there are different grades for the compression, and I've gone for the highest possible quality, which also produces a lot bigger files. I've gone for that choice in order to show you the best possible video quality out of the Viofo A139, but will likely go for the smaller file size when using it myself. Here we can point to the major disadvantage: the dashcam doesn't support high-efficiency video codec, the so-called H.265, which would have been a great way to reduce the file size without compromising the quality. Since everything is now installed, configured, even double-checked, let us see more footage. If you need to get some original file samples, feel free to send me an email or get in touch using the comments below the video, because YouTube uses compression and that always impacts the quality in some extent. The Sony Starvis line, which is used for the main unit's image sensor, is known for fantastic image quality, and we can find the same sensor utilized in some of the best dashcams in the last months. So yeah, no surprise, footage is quite amazing. Details sharp, contrasty, vivid. Most important is that a lot of details are notable. That's what we mostly care about, being able to see other cars' plate numbers in case of an accident, or just enjoying the view when you're surrounded by amazing nature. One more observation which is interesting: there's support for 60 frames per second recordings, which sounds great, but will offer slightly worse video quality at night. If we test the cameras side by side with my primary choice, which I've eventually came back to, it's actually remarkably good. True, 2 years are setting these dashcams apart, and looks like 2021's technologies are a lot better than expected. So maybe if your dashcam is from 2018 or earlier, this will feel like a serious step up. And whatever was reachable at a crazy high price a couple of years ago can now be purchased at a lot more reasonable amount of money. You keep on watching, and I will mention in the meanwhile the drawbacks. The lack of H.265 encoding, which, if you buy a large microSD, won't bother you too much. With the current firmware, I had no option for 1080p 30 frames per second recording on the front unit, which is annoying because most of the time 4x3 format is kind of waste of space for dashcams. And also, this Viofo model looks to not be compatible with most older hardwire kits when you use a micro USB to Type-C conversion, so you probably do need to buy the one recommended on the website if you need parking monitoring. As you can notice, there barely are things to dislike, especially knowing that Viofo are famous for being among the best brands for dashcams with superb night footage quality. Okay, a bit of audio testing. Right now I'm driving with probably 70 kilometers per hour. And that's the audio quality of the internal microphone of this Viofo A139, which I believe is surprisingly good for a dash camera. Together with the slim design, the ultra-thin cables and the 3 cameras, this is a remarkably good pack, which at this point of time, I can call the best value pack of 3-channel dashcam of 2021. Do you agree with me? Comment below, let me know, and let us talk about dashcams and your favorite features. In the meanwhile, check the video description for the best deal I found for you about the Viofo A139. And as usual, liking the video, sharing it over social media and subscribing to the channel are these little things that take just a few seconds of your time and mean so much to me, because they greatly help the channel grow and also this thoroughly prepared review to reach a lot more people. So yes, please support me in any form that you can, and I, Michael, thank you for that and look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Bye!